All right, the draft is going. I gotta get some tea. I'll be right back, everybody, okay? And when I come back, we'll talk about everything. But enjoy the draft and the music while I step to the kitchen. Alright, I got tea. Here's your gamble. And we didn't miss much. Okay. Hey, is the Switch 2 too much? That's true. Team Hazu on the left-hand side will be in the blue, and Team Sven will be on the right in the red. We're here in our second best of 3 in the day 1 round-robin qualifiers for the playoffs. So, basically, the next 4 play days, or including this, it's a round-robin system. The top 4 teams with the top 4 scores will be going to the playoffs in a couple weeks, and they'll be vying for the prize pool. So, still, it's a long road ahead. We just started out this tournament, and exciting stuff. No meta madness, in case you are wondering. No tournament baseline bans. It's just straight up classic quality Heroes of the Storm. As we head into Infernal Shrines for map number 1, it looks like Coin Flip was won by Team Sven. Alterac was banned by Team Sven. And, what did Hazu ban? Oh, Battlefield. I see he put it in the same line as the map pool. Battlefield banned by Team Hazu. Alterac banned by Team Sven. Infernal Shrines picked by Team Hazu. And first pick, obviously, to the right side of Team Sven, as they'll grab the Hogger. Dahaka Malfurion on the left. We do have a ban on Maiev Chromie, as well as your Medivh Junkrat from the side of Team Sven, and a Johanna, Hanzo, and Hogger for Team Sven, as your Dahaka Malfurion will be the start for Team Hazu. Not a bad initiation for Infernal Shrines, but what is going to be the latter half of the draft? Now, I'm assuming this will be a healer ban, unless there's like a specific hero they don't want to deal with, like a Genji as well, but I think it's just a healer ban. Maybe like a Deckard, possibly? Nah, Anduin. Yeah, Anduin. It is, the draft of Team Hazu is leaning into a bit of a Stitches composition, but I mean, I think it's just a really safe pick with Malfurion Dahaka. Tracer could be a target ban here, actually. Tracer's not a bad combination with Malfurion. DK being made by the team that made Odyssey really tempts me. They just know how to make amazing feeling. Yeah, Lazy Hydra. The movement, like, that's the movement in Bonanza is really cool. The only thing that I think a lot of people have pointed out or said that it's a lot of punching. It's a lot of destruction is needed, but I think that might be like a split on some people's opinion, where like they're like, I want to destroy everything, and some people are like, I don't like that. It's too ambiguous. So I can definitely see like both directions of it, but I think the DK design is good. I think the game flows really well. I think the area development is really cool, like the different biomes. I'm not an Odyssey guy, but I like watching Odyssey, and I really like watching Bonanza. So that's my opinion. No, it's all subjective. Tyrael and Hammer will be grabbed, so it's going to be a fairly easy composition with that protect the Hammer situation. Probably another solo laner? Like, Yrel wouldn't be bad just to get Righteous Hammer to knock people back. Tassadar is a really good answer into the Sergeant Hammer with just poke damage. I'm assuming it's going to be a Psystorm build. It could be Q build as well for the percent-based damage with Thermal Lance level 16. And you can stack that pretty easily, but the Psystorm gives you good Shrine Clear. We'll grab a Genji to get into the backline and harass as well. Huh. It's a really interesting draft. I honestly don't know who I'd say is the winner here, because there's a lot of good poke potential onto the Sergeant Hammer. The siege potential is really heavy out of the enemy team as well. Or the hammer composition sieges really well. I don't know. Let's load on it and find out together, everybody. Good tea. Good tea, great games, fun Saturday.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Welcome in, everybody. Team Hazu on the left side with your Gaflo on Genji, Svamgrada, Dahaka, Hunter, Orc, Malfurion, Johanna, Yaya will be your Tyrael, and Hazu is going to be blasting around with Sergeant Hammer. Right side of the map will be Team Sven. First time we're seeing them today. We got a Banana on your Bright Wings. As both will be playing the Tassadar. Uki on that Johanna. Azurite will be your Hanzo, and Sven to play the Hogger. Okay. Azurite is going to go into target practice level 1. We are going to be seeing static charge for your Tassadar as there's a drag from Svamgata into Uki, but will not be taken down. Brightwing with the Greater Polymorph, Zealous Glare, as well as your On the Prowl for Hogger. Sergeant Hammer will go into the Advanced Artillery. Maelstrom rounds to the yellow one. You've got your Justice for All for Tyrael, Enhanced Agility Dahaka. Malfurion with his Emerald Dreams and Cyber Agility Dahaka. Genji. So we're looking at Dahaka in top lane. But speaking of the dinosaur, it is going to be a slight nerf on his most recent, or on the most recent patch on his Enhanced Agility. It's a 1 second debuff from 5 to 4 seconds for the movement speed. Arcane Punisher will be in the top lane first as we take a peek into bottom lane. Shockrays finding a little purchase into Hunter Orc. It's 5 per... Yeah, you increase by 5. So 40 heroes need to be hit. Good drag. Dark Swarm activation. Essence activated in there as well. As you heard the little Dahaka tummy growl. Bounce coming through as well. Looks like it's just going to be clear between the two solo laners. Though Genji's jumping up. Phase shift from Brightwing coming through as well. And now Svamgrada is the one in trouble. Needs to back away to the left side. Swift strike from Genji. And he's able to disengage as well. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, with Hogger, Johanna, Brightwing showing in top, Hanzo showing in mid. I think Tassadar might have shown in bottom. This is an easy camp grab by Team Hazu. As a reminder, this is our second of 4 best of 3, so we still have a lot of games going on. And great gambling today, chat. I'm very proud of you. Good job. Force Wall from Tassadar. Brightwing will pick up the Dream Shot, which has a good synergy with Greater Polymorph, since hitting enemy heroes with the Center of Arcane Flare reduces the cooldown of Polymorph by 7 seconds, and Dream Shot, if you land the center of the Arcane Flare on an enemy hero, you set the cooldown to 2 seconds. Which I believe is like, they're really, really close. They almost overlap in cooldowns, because Polymorph is 12 seconds, and you're reducing it by 7. But there's also like a little bit of like activation time and stuff like that, so... Either way. Arcane Punisher for the top lane. Fallen Shaman pushed up. Meanwhile, Hammer in bottom lane has gotten a little bit of siege, but it does seem like Team Sven are doing a really good job pushing up. We are going to be doing comms for all these games. We'll jump into comms probably post level 10. We usually skip the first objective. It's usually not that flashy. Maybe you get a kill. Maybe you take down the fort. But at this level of play, I doubt we see the fort falling. Well, actually, the fort front gate's mostly taken down, so there's a possibility. The siege is pretty decent as well with the Tassadar and such, but Sergeant Hammer range does kind of push people back with her umbrella, as they say. Hanzo going into pretty much a full Q build, as he does go into the Dragon Hungers.
Red team has summoned an arcane Punisher.
Fallen Shaman over there on the right side cleared away. The Punisher in top lane, as a right. We're going to work on that stackage for the level 1. I'm assuming they've got every enemy hero hit once, right? No, they still need to hit one more hero once to get the 30% range increase. We'll take a look at that after the objective phase, because the Punisher already below 50% is working on the fort. Hanzo trying to step up as well with some scatters and storm bows. Sonic Arrow goes out, trying to find a bit of vision. Johan stepping up, Dahaka flanking, Soothing Mist from Brightwing does get activated. Phase shift over to the Tassadar, but the Swift Strike and the damage from Tyrael. First blood picked up by Team Hazu. The material build looking same as the previous map, so no cool new stuff to really talk about, except for the Reciprocate, which is going to be the level 4 pickup. Tassadar finding really good value with these Chakras. 55 stacks of the 200 already. Hanzo does pick up one more full stack with 3 of 4, or 3 of 5, sorry. Take a look here really quickly. He's hit Sergeant Hammer twice and Dahaka twice. So probably the easier of the 2 targets, or the 5 targets to hit. Chakras going out, still stacking up. Scatters to poke as well. And I didn't look at when the objective went down, but I'm still thinking we're looking at like about 7 minutes in-game time, somewhere in that ballpark. 10 talent here almost here on both sides. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, as those 10s will be at the top of your screen. We actually have Sticky Flare level 7 for the Brightwing. So probably going to be Hush later on for her. Maybe. I'm not sure, actually. Blood Force Gun, Sanctification, Isolation, Tranquility, and Extract for the Genji. Dahaka chilling in top. Mr. Band, you have tasty legs? Indeed he does. Let's see. Bless Shield, Blink Heal, Archon, Hortipult, and your Dragon's Arrow for Hanzo. And next Immortal will be that Frozen in the mid lane. So until then, just looking for a few camps to be grabbed. Genji jumping in for a flank position onto the Tassadar, who immediately starts to back away. Activates Archon. The drag lands onto Brightwing. And a Blessed Shield from Johanna interrupted that drag duration, but that is Extract from Genji. And Hanzo does go down. An Isolation will set up another kill. The Sanctification to chase him further onto Banana, who's at 300 HP. Blinks over to the Tassadar, but the deflect from Genji gets the kill. And meanwhile, Hogger in top lane was trying to find some sort of consolation prize, but he needs to disengage. Oh, Team Sven may have made a small blunder, as they give 4 kills, or 3 kills to the enemy there. They lose their bottom lane fort. Hammer pushes up onto mid. Oh, it's all exploding fast. It's rapidly accelerating for the side of Team Hazu. Well, they lead the series, or they lead the game. Let's go ahead and jump into their comms and see how they play this objective phasing.
I can get top if 13.
I'm gonna...
Just kill, I'm getting a 13.
Fine. They might
They are
bless me.
commenting on you though, but
Yeah,
Got shield. I don't have
I'm fine.
Coming.
I shoot the
Yeah.
Auger.
Kidding.
Right?
They wanna connect here?
You're
No
alone.
chance,
I was
no
hitting the
chance.
Hogger. I was hitting the
No
Hogger.
chance.
Careful with the hammer.
We can try and steal the minions, right?
Yeah, we can steal. I'm buffing the hog.
What
Maybe if G1.
Just kill.
He might...
I can kill Hogger.
yeah,
Hogger.
Hey,
Kill the
now.
backline on my own.
Hogger's very low, Hogger's very low. Okay.
Nice.
No blast, no blast.
Can you get the shrine?
I'm not there, guys.
Just shrine. I cannot.
I need
I
to clear
cannot
top lane. It's gonna
Yep.
die.
Yeah, I'm not good.
We get double globe here.
Oh.
I'll block the spells.
If they don't pay attention to me, I can.
I'm tapping.
And the ref losing the top.
After you maybe get gate, you wanna get top fort or?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is frozen though.
You can look, but I'm homeless pushing, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
not
push
gonna
out top. I will join you eventually.
Yep.
We see how much we get here.
I'll keep buffing the...
Can I get
Care
in
with
here?
Mal when they maybe arrow and stuff. I don't know the cooldown.
Okay. Yeah, I'm keeping track.
I think they're...
David, no, David.
Yeah, he wants to hold up with me. I'm out. Wait, he's...
You don't have to come top if you want to push.
No,
that
I'm
lane.
not coming top. I don't think I
I think we
can.
steal. Oh.
I will not show. I will not show.
No, they're all rotating top, by the way.
I got blessed. I think I'm fine though.
Nice.
They use blessed.
Wait, they're still going, they're still going.
They're desperate.
No, no hot upload. No hot upload, no blessed.
Get over,
all of
get over.
us.
Use,
Yeah, yeah.
no spin, no spin, no spin, no
Okay,
spin.
never mind.
I body block.
I lick.
Okay,
I'm bringing him away from right wing.
that's fine.
1 HP.
We push mid, I think.
Top,
have,
top, maybe. I like top.
Okay.
Okay.
That's where
follow
the...
top.
Man, oh man, it was hard to leave those comms, but we gotta jump out at some point. It's really, really good communication. Did you? It's even just single words, just body block is too, but you know what I mean? Like body block, lick. Wonderfully done. Humongous advantage over to the side of Team HasuObs, as they do have a 6-0 kill advantage, 16-13 in our levels. And we got to hear some great insight from this crew, which really, they seem to be synergizing well. Maybe map 1 or the first series of the day was a bit of a warm-up. Maybe Team Disciple's the team to beat in this tournament. We're going to find out throughout these next couple weeks and game days. Baha, how long do eggs last? As long as the carton tells you it does. Because it's not a universal thing, because like eggs like eggs from a farm versus eggs from a grocery store are two different things. Like the grocery store eggs, you gotta refrigerate them. Most farm eggs you don't have to, because it still has the membrane on it. Ooh, that's a good Blunt Force gun. The Sanctification will come through. The isolation lands onto Tassadar. See, they missed from Brightwing, and that's the disengage. Genji pushes bottom. They're not in a car. Oh, Devastated, look up the egg float test. Look up the egg float test. That actually will tell you. Please ignore you. No, I refuse to. There's like an egg float test you can do in water, and basically the level it's floating tells you like how good or bad it is. I think if it sinks to the bottom, they're good. If they float to the top, they're bad. Or it might be opposite. But yeah, look up the egg float test. That'll help you out. Bottom lane Hogger. Spinning away. Because the other thing, too, is, like, generic white eggs from the grocery store versus, like, the $12 pasture-raised egg, or pasture-raised chickens that I get. Like, the expiration is completely different on those two things. It's almost like if you treat the animal better, it has better quality food output. Crazy. Also a thing in North America, eggs in Europe generally still have the membrane. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at, Susborn. But if you go to, like, in North America, if you go to a farm, you can get eggs with the membrane. Like, I have some friends that have done that. But you need to wash it because it's basically covered in, like, shit and like, bacteria. That's effectively it. 18-16. Man, we got off track so quickly with eggs. I apologize. Let me focus in so we can talk about the best MOBA as Team Hasu control the objective in the top lane. Third Punisher of the game to the side of Team Hasu, and they're going to be knocking on a keep front gate. Is this going to be a game-winning moment? Let's pull away the talents, and let's find out. Aljurin's mic goes over the wall. Mine set up in front of this wall as well. Tyrael getting those buffs as you heard, giving those buffs as you heard in the comms before to the Sergeant Hammer consistently. This Hammer wiggles her way forward with the hover siege. Poking onto the keep, the Punisher below 50%. There's another jump I was going to say in a second here, but no one's going to capitalize on the Punisher damage or CC. Just looking to take down the keep and back away. Periodic catapult pressure versus consistent catapult pressure in the top lane, favoring the side of Team Hasu. Tassadar managing mid for the time being. Dahaka pushing things up in bottom. Hogger did step up aggressively, but he's not going to be looking, or not able to find anything. And I was wondering why they were playing aggressive. Well, of course, there's only a quarter level to go before your enemy has 20 and you're super turtled up. They're the cousins to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, by the way. So looking for a kill here is opportunistic. Blessed Shield in the face of Tyrael. He's got Sanctification. Genji jumps in. Hogger sets up a bounce to maybe get to safety. Isolation lands on the Tassadar on the right side. We do have a Blunt Force gun coming in. There's going to be Sven getting the face shift from Brightwing. A Condemn from Johanna. Staggering blow. The Dragon's Arrow lands into Tyrael, but he gets a Nature's Cure from Malfurion. And unfortunately, the members... Oh my god, I thought that drag landed. The members of Sven can't find a kill, and with 20 talents here coming through now, Team Hazu are the ones who want the fight. Actually, Hazu is just pushing up mid. Ultra Capacitors. Oh my god, Johan went for it! He went for the new level 20 Aspect of Justice! Oh my god. Dahaka, by the way, is going to be picking up your Apex Predator. You got the Serenity, Malfurion, Living Weapon, Genji. Okay, so. Aspect of Justice. Sorry, I'm watching Tyrael so I don't miss it while reading a tooltip. Use it! Anyways, cooldown is 90 seconds. After 1.5 seconds, gain the effects of Archangel's Wrath without dying. Cooldown is reduced by 10% for each enemy hero hit by the explosion. So I guess I was hoping that it would actually tell me the damage. So I guess the damage is pulled from this stat over here. So currently is 900. So upon dying, become vulnerable, gain 20% movement speed for 4 seconds. Upon expiration, to explode, dealing 987 damage and reducing tier. So it's 987 damage. And it also reduces the enemy hero damage by 50% while active. And I actually didn't know about the Archangel Wrath reducing a nearby enemy hero damage by 50% while active. I actually did not know about that. I knew it dealt damage, gave you speed, and gave you death timer reduction by 10%. Today I learned. It's about 1k damage at level 20. Yeah, just about 1k. We're at level 21 now, so yeah. Over 1,000. Well, we're all learning things today. My hot take this patch is that this Tyrael 20 is great. That actually, like, the more I think about it, like, the utility is kind of bonkers. Like, it actually is really good. Damage reduction, huge damage, like 1,000 damage. Like, Brightwing is probably the weakest health pool. Hanzo's the weakest health pool. Tyrael's explosion does like 1/3 of most people's health. Almost like 1/5 of Hogger's. You know, like Johanna's 5,000, but yeah, like it's kind of good. Yeah, so the tooltip, if you missed it, after 1.5 seconds, gain the effects of Archangel's Wrath without dying. Cooldown of 90 seconds is reduced by 10% for each enemy hero hit. So you get 9 seconds off per enemy hero hit. Is that math correct? Sometimes I can do math.
Blue team has summoned the frozen Punisher.
Camp and top, pushing up. Camp and mid with the Punisher, pushing up as well. We got level 20 for the right side of Team Sven with the Radiating Faith, Invisible Friends, Force Barrier, Anger Management, and Bullseye for the Hanzo. Dahaka brushstalks over. Looking to join with the allies. Johanna trying to pull the Punisher to bottom lane. The keep is at full HP. Meanwhile, Team Hazu poking onto the core a little bit. Objective, Punisher focuses back onto the main structure. Dragon's Arrow fires out. Hammer will be able to self-cleanse. This is going to be Hazu taken down. Archon from Tassadar will be utilized. Extract from Genji takes them down. Tyrael used the ability! That was actually, I mean, it was cool utility. Sanctification in the end. And it looks like Team Hazu, almost 19 minutes into map number 1, will find victory. GG. Well played. At least it gives me something to do while I feel depressed that all my allies ran away from sanctification. True. Welcome back, everybody, into our second best of 3 of the day. The left-hand side of the map is going to be Team Hazu. They are going to have first pick priority. The losing side of Team Sven has opted in for map pick priority, and they will choose to take us to Towers of Doom. Let me make sure I'm reading this correct. Yes, indeed. Wait. Oh. Okay, yes, they did. It just literally... Sven just said, lobby's up. Okay. I see now. Well, there's the Twitch gamble. A target ban out the gate from Team Hazu onto the Vikings. I would not be surprised if there's a Samuro ban somewhere in this. Hammer's going to get target banned after that last game. Tyrael Hammer was really good that last game. Tyrael Hammer... Wait, I mean, Tyrael Hammer was always good, but it's like, it just seems even better. It just seemed really good there. Maiev to be banned out. I don't think we get a Samuro in the early portion of the draft, as a Medivh will be banned away, but like Stitches with Anduin still been available, Stitches Junkrat, like you could literally grab like Junkrat Anduin here and that would be such a good start because you can still pivot into so much other stuff as well. But like I love the idea of a kidnap comp for either of these sides. I just like the Stitches. But Dahaka will still be the hot priority first pick tier on the side of Team Hazu. Yeah, maybe we'll see some silly Samuroing. I mean, Samuro Abathur on this map is not bad. Dahaka does have really good wave clear and can kind of clear out the Locust from Abathur quite quickly, so that might be a bit of a hindrance, but let's see what we have here for the first 2 picks of Team Sven. Chromie Lucio shows nothing of their draft, just locks in 2 solid heroes. They've got poker on the objective. The late game and the scaling for both these characters is wonderful, so I like that pickup. With the Dahaka, what do they want to go into? They could look into building like a really big control composition. Maev's already been banned away, but like you can still go into Jahan, which has the Condemn to pull people back in. You can play off the Dahaka drag with that or something, or even just look into oh, they're gonna go Malfurion and Tyrael again. Okay. So far the draft is pretty much the same for Team Hazu. Tracer could be picked up here, so maybe a Tracer target ban. Tyrael, Tracer, Malfurion feels like it'd be really good together. Yeah. Yeah. Don't you think, chat? Yeah. Alright, so Tracer to be removed. Lucio Chromie. Varian wouldn't be a bad ban, just because, like, Charge, Taunt into Chromie Burst is such a simple combo. I don't hate that idea. Junkrat would be a nice ban as well, just the harassment. They're going to get rid of Garrosh. They don't want to deal with him. So with the Garrosh ban, that leads me to believe that Team Hazu are going to be looking for some sort of dive aggressive composition. Maybe they pick up like a Greymane with the Malfurion. And then they pick up like another Bruiser? Like a Thrall possibly? Greymane Thrall would actually be really good for the Hazu composition. What do we have here for the Chromie Lucio though? So Blaze Diablo, they're going to look for a hard initiation with Chromie Burst setup, and they can flex this last pick into another sustained damage dealer, like a Rainer, Greymane, Cassia, Lunara, or they could just pick up another Bruiser and allow the Chromie to be the Burst or the Hyper Carry. Hanzo Genji, by the way, are still up. Both of them work on this map pretty well. I still like the idea of a very auto-attack heavy composition on the left, though, with this Tyrael. Junkrat and Hanzo. Okay. A lot of poke potential from Team Hazu. Their burst, though, is decent. Like, you land a drag into Chattering Teeth or something. Dragon's Arrow, Bullseye post 20, Malfurion Roots. Lucio's got high 5. It's out of, I don't think we're going to see it, but like Kerosene wouldn't be bad for like another like cleanse with Cleansing Dash and Aggression as well, but I don't think we're going to see that. Yeah, the Zeratul. Funny enough, no Vala priority whatsoever. No Vala has been seen at all today, which is kind of bonkers to me because Azerite has an insanely good Vala. No Samuro either. I was thinking that we were going to be seeing towers picked up because of the Samuro, but nope. All right, well, let's get into it. Twitch Gamble's going. All right, map number 2 in the series. On the left-hand side, or the right side, it's going to be Team Sven down in this best of 3. They still have one more later on today, but we'll see if they can find victory and take us to a third map with a Banana Lucio. Ucky on your Diablo. Sispros will be playing the Chromie, Azerite, Zeratul, and Sven on the Blaze. Left side of the map is going to be Team Hasu, looking for a clean 2-0, and I believe this would be their last game of the day if they do win it. It is. Hasu on the Hanzo, Johanna Yaya will be your Tyrael, Svamkrata playing Dahaka, Gaflo on the Junkrat, and Hunter Orc back on your Malfurion. We'll talk about level 1s in just a moment here, as we do have the skirmish, of course, in the mid lane. Azerite just above. Looking for that play off of the jet propulsion from Blaze, but it's not going to land at the roof. From Malfurion does go down. Sven getting a little bit low, blasted by the jet concussion mine from Junkrat. And Junkrat will find first kill. Dahaka fishes for a drag, but Svamkrata only gets a minion. As we take a look at the level 1s in the rotation down to bottom lane. Lucio. Oh, no, no, no! That scatter was beautiful from Hasu. Can we just save for a second here? Hazu's scatter was insane. Oh, it was a storm bow. I thought he had the scatter kill. Anyways, simple geometry for Hanzo. Hazu just picks up his 11 stack off the gate there into the Diablo. Enhanced agility level 1 for the Dahaka. Extra wound timers Junkrat. Tyrael's going to be going Justice for All, as well as your Malfurion with the Emerald Dreams. Zeratul with the Shadow Hunter level 1, picking up regeneration globes. You got Deep Breathing for Chromie, and of course the time trouble's already for her since her 2-level early thing, and it's already level 2. Accelerando, Lucio, Soul Shield, Diablo, and Adrenaline Stim Pack for the Blaze. Right and left side camps to be grabbed by the respective teams. No invade to be achieved by Team Hasu. As we got big predictions coming through on these teams. Thank you, everybody. Fire Stomp out from Diablo. Lucio wall rise, Shadow Charge to initiate, looking for the overpower onto Gaff, but that will be a concussion mine to blast. Diablo to the side. Ucky looking to back off to a safer position. Dahaka fishing for a drag onto Lucio, gets the push off. Drag goes through the minions, but it does not find purchase into Lucio. The other Overwatch guy. Ignore all distractions for the Hanzo there, looking for a little extra range and wave clear concussion mine. Oh no, but it's actually Chromie gets launched over the wall. The root from Malfurion. Hunter Orc sets up that kill. Tyrael gets blasted over the wall or overpowered over the wall, and Diablo will be taken down. My God, Team Hasu looking for a rapid victory on Towers of Doom map number 2. But it's Towers of Doom, it's anyone's game. The scaling for Zeratul is really good. Chromie late game, she's a monster as well. Diablo can have some great sustainability with the Fire Stomp build he's going into. Blaze, of course, utility is phenomenal. And Lucio, of course, mixing Fire level 20 is the assumption. That is a great way to deny some healing onto the enemies. And I believe it has a little bit of damage on contact as well. So triple altar phase, you always see triple altar phase at the start. Top left and right is the standard. Center or bottom locations being the RNG. Looks like Tyrael and Zeratul will trade out, and I believe we'll have a 5v5 over the objective area. Dahaka brush stocks in, Darkstorm activated. Ucky has a nice little Shadow Charge in. Tyrael trying to body block, drag lands, root is going to be good. Diablo may get an overpower, but he'll be taken down in souls. None to be expended to buy him back in. Lucio getting a couple delays here. Needs to be careful. Hasu with the natural agility over the wall. Dahaka landed a drag into the Zeratul and Lucio pushes off. It kind of looked like a high five there, but we're not level 10, so. And that is Team Hazu finding lead in Towers of Doom map number 2. Gonna be a 4-point advantage, of course, but we'll see how things unfurl as the map does evolve. Svamkrata Sven having a little back and forth here. The drag misses. It is Feeding Frenzy level 7. God dang it, sorry, I thought I got it. I thought I got the mute in time, sorry. Zeratul left side. Looking to maybe jump onto this. Camp invade? Nah, he's gonna just go ahead and soak up the mid lane wave and get his globe. Did go wormhole for level 7. Johan setting up in the bush. Aldruin's Might gets the dismount, but I think it's just a focus on to the wave. Sappers in bottom lane, trying to feed these in. Simple geometry from Hanzo is done. Gonna go into the never outmatched at your level 7. And 10 talents here coming through soon on both sides. Oh, okay. Yeah, I tried to lean away from the mic as much as I could. Fight breaks out. Hunter Orc goes down. First kill for the side of Team Sven as they might find more into Johanna. Svamkrata getting a little bit low. And Tyrael does not get any death timer reduction. We do have Diablo going in and finds the kill onto Dahaka. Meanwhile, Hanzo was able to take down the Zeratul who was pursuing after him. But this double objective phase, it looks pretty good for Team Sven to get both of these shots and take lead of the map. I come into the channel and get sneezed on? How dare you? What's up, Bear? Happy Saturday, bud. My options were hit the mute button or lean away and hopefully no one hears it. I didn't want to sneeze on my computer. And it looks like there will not be a double channel to the right side, so it still will be a 4-point lead to Team Hazu. Heroic-wise, you've got your Judgment Tyrael, Dragon's Arrow for Hanzo, as well as Riptire, Tranquility, and Isolation. Sorry, I'm watching Minimap. I thought there was an engagement about to pop off. Zeratul, Might of the Nerazim, Temporal Loop, as we mentioned already for the Chromie, High Five Lucio, Lightning Breath Diablo, and Bunker for the Blaze. Just full blast us. That's what tier 4 subs are for. Zeratul's done with his level 1. Chromie's still working on her deep breathing. Does have that Morbius loop level 7. Since Dahaka did die, he's lost one of his Feeding Frenzy stacks. So a 1.25 second cooldown per auto. Enhanced Agility sitting at 3. Simple Geometry is done. And Diablo currently sitting at 84 souls. It is going to be Fire Stomp build for the Lord of Terror, as our next objective phase will be announced momentarily, and it's going to be singular in the bottom of the map. Maybe this is the time we jump into some comms and hear how the members of Team Sven are getting along.
Hanzo was mid. We can go, loop anything, I think.
Maybe Hanzo.
We're definitely camp. It's quite important.
We just kill this guy. Nice.
Okay.
Like they have no way to save.
Yeah, they didn't pick Sanct, so it's
very good. Maybe Sarah, you to get top. Yeah, I'm just camping for now.
Can you zone? Oh, I zone.
Yeah.
There's a trap here. There are no cleanse on you for
Start REC.
okay.
One top camp in 25 seconds after.
Yeah, I saw me.
Arrow.
Oh, there was a hand, sorry.
I think we can over-rotate for this. They need to defend bot.
5 seconds.
Yeah, they used Arrow and ISO.
Okay, they saw.
Look at Hanzo here.
They
I
saw
think they
us.
saw us.
Him?
He's still in team. Thank you.
I look insta.
Yeah. Oh, he got my lick. What a gamer. There's Tyrael, I think.
Yeah, the...
They're
do
soon.
the camp. I wanna do the top camp. It's big. Only one soak.
They will discard, but... Okay, now they actually went in.
Man, those are the quietest comms during a team fight. It's like everyone is giving everyone else room to not say anything. Like, they're all talking about, like, rotating here, doing this, and the moment they start initiating onto Dahaka, silence. Like, there was a fight in bottom lane, and Sven didn't say anything, except for when he had a jet propulsion collision, he just goes, huh? It just... Dragon's Arrow lands in this engagement. Zeratil's the one to go down. Lightning Breath will come up from the Diablo. Johanna, ya. Will not fall as Dahaka flanks into the backline trying to find a drag. Will not be able to land anything. We do have Blaze trying to back away the isolation, landing onto Diablo. Chromie trying to throw some Sandblast, and Diablo souls will be expended as the objective phase will be spawning in the center of the map. And Diablo back up in 1 second. The Zeratul down for 15
Take
more.
the altars and put an end to the Gravekeeper. I am Lord.
Yeah, just, huh.
From me.
Alright, well, boss is going to be grabbed. Riptire from Junkrat looking for banana right now. It's now an 8-point game favoring Team Hasu, who won a clean 2-0 in this series, and we'll see if they're able to do it. Dahaka will find the Zeratul, or actually the other way around. Zeratul misses the Singularity Spike, blinks in, drag lands, high five from Lucio's there, but Dahaka will not be taken down. The more ayayas you say for Johan, the more trouble you think they're in. That's what happened to me just now. Sword of Justice, by the way, for the Tyrael. He is going to be going into the Burning Halo at level 7. Both Tyrael and Eldruins deal 27 damage per second and to nearby enemies. Teleporting increases the damage from Tyrael by 125% for 2 seconds. Alright, so our next objective phase, triple on the map. 9 to 5 in kills. And we have 16 talents here, of course, faster on the left. Soon to be here for Team Sven. So an invade onto the camp is going to be attempted. Bound by Law, level 16 for the Tyrael as well. Eldruin's might slow is increased to 65% for 1 second, decaying over to 30 over the remaining duration. Giant Slayer for Hanzo. You've got your elongated tongue by 30% for Dahaka and spread volley. Junkrat. Oh, also Moonlit Harmony for Malfurion, but that's like... I feel like we always see that. Increase the Moonfire heal by 20% and 15% per ally affected by regrowth. Temporal Loop on a Junkrat. Dragon's Arrow lands. Tyrael jumps in onto Diablo as Dahaka tries to get the left side channel, but Zeratul and Blaze are here to try and take down Swamp Grotto. They're trying to lay him out now. Is a really good burrow. Lurker Strain, level 4 to bop him back. Jumping back into bottom lane. Tyrael almost takes down Banana. Focusing back into top. Isolation lands onto Blaze. Dark Swarm. Oh my god! Swamp Grotto didn't have a Dark Swarm to be able to move through the enemies, so that is going to be left side channeled, but I don't... Will they get the right side? Team Hasu, they're rotating up, and this is oftentimes not really an engagement we see, but they're going to go for it. Trying to make it a 12-point game, currently 8. Oh, we got a little pause going on right now. Let's go ahead and jump out of the game for competitive integrity. And, Moonlit Harmony is mathematically the... Yeah, I mean, like, literally, it's... Increase Moonfire's heal by 20%. And then additionally, and 15 per ally affected by regrowth. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But we do have 16 on the right side, and it looks like the game is back. So we had a little spike ping, but they subsided, and then we're back into it already. And it does look like right side will get channeled by Team Sven. So we got a 4-point game again. Unfortunately, Blaze will go down. Team Hasu able to get that kill. They'll clear out the top lane camp before it finds Rush into the tower. And we are post 12 minutes, but we had an objective phase. Dragon's Arrow lands onto Diablo. The high five from Lucio is really good to mitigate the CC value. Concussion Mine misses. Hasu takes a little bit of damage, but the Hanzo's fine. Center teleports opened up, which means the structures are now keep value as well. For those wondering in chat, because I know you always are, 1 minute 50 on the boss, so we're looking at 14-15, sub 15 minutes, like 14:45, somewhere in there. See if Team Hasu are able to just close things out. Sonic and grenades to check just above. Sappers may be fed into the bottom lane keep. Drunes might thrown forward. Sven getting a few autos onto the wave. The root from Alfurion doesn't find any sort of CC value. Huge scatter into Banana, chunking him down to 50%. The Riptire summoned now by Junkrat, looking for Banana. Almost gets the kill. The scatter from Hazu, pretty good, but not good enough. Forces Lucio to amp things up, forces out the well tap. Looks like Ucky was tapping well as well. Double objective phase coming up. Not game winning for either side, but definitely could be halving the health of Team Sven if both are garnered by Team Hazu as the Shadow Charge. Lightning Breath, Dragon's Arrow, Concussion Mine goes out. There's going to be Blaze Bunker summoned as well. Johan goes down. HasuObs was able to get the bottom lane channel. Alright, I think I got the mute that time. Oh, I hit the wrong mute button. God dang it.
I will not return to those wretched
Sorry. Sorry. I muted the game, not my mic. Sorry. Anyways, it's good. Boss is back up. Look at that, 1445-ish. All right. Sappers in the bottom lane. One, two, three. Sappers will make it in. Riptire is summoned by the Junkrat. Chromie does pick up Stuck in a Loop level 20. Dahaka feeding Frenzy, 1 stack left. I tried to mute my sneeze. I only amplified the sound by muting the game. Zeratul does not jump in to try and fight Svamgrad over this camp. I was wondering. Time trap set up around the boss. Objective phase will be singular in the center of the map. Still a 4-point game between these two teams. 20 talent here on the left side, though. You got the Cannonballs on Junkrat. We are going to be seeing the aspect of justice again for Tyrael. I like it. Bullseye, Hanzo, and Serenity from Alfurion. 20 of those should be picked up very soon for Team Sven. And there's the center teleport opening up. Turn it up! Mixing fire. We got Burn Notice Blaze, Hellgate Diablo, and the Shadow Stride for Zeratul as Tyrael does go down. He gets about 6 seconds or so off his death timer from a hero kill. Scatter on the left side. Zeratul trying to take the 1v1 against Hazu, but the scatter finds... Oh my god, I can't believe that. Junkrat does go down. The Isolation Contagion hitting onto 3. Chromie's still applying some Sandblast here and there, but it is going to be a double kill picked up by Team Sven. And they might get this objective, making it a 12-12 game. Bullseye from Hanzo, but Ucky's going to try and play off of that. Mixing fire to HasuObs, push off as well. Natural agility into the Hellgate denial. And just like that, it's a 12-12 game. Team Sven. It's not as flashy in a best of 3, but still. Looking for a reverse sweep. Looking to change things up and take us to a map number 3. We'll see if they can do it. Alright, Chromie grabs camp for the bottom lane. The allies are gonna maybe go for boss to get the advantage. No. Well, death timer for Hanzo is still going. Blaze has started this, but Dahaka's got vision. Lucio will discover the Dahaka on the left side, and he'll just back away. And they do see that Lucio stayed on the boss, so... For the first time in this game, Team Sven might be up. They've been trailing for most of this match. So top lane keep will be traded as the crew of HasuObs will grab bottom lane. Dahaka hanging around the center teleport, maybe anticipating Lucio to rotate through with that and try and grab a immediate isolation into drag, but yeah. All right, well, double objective. If both of these are grabbed by Team Sven, they win. And we go to a map 3. If both these are grabbed by Team HasuObs, the map continues. No, Blaze! Oh, no. Dragon's Arrow lands onto Azurite, who jumps to the side. The Judgment from Tyrael. Riptire from Junkrat. Team Hazu. Feigned giving some life to the enemy. Oh my god, the 3 sappers plus 1 channel would literally be GG right now. 5 HP remains, but they're not gonna be able to get it. Oh my god, dude, this is gonna it's a 5-6 game. Boss up in 3-minute 45, so we're looking at what, 22:45-ish in game time? Somewhere about that ballpark. Jeez. Good game. Tyrael hasn't used the level 20 yet, has he? It's off cooldown. Zeratul Hearthing out of top. Sapper camp in bottom lane, looking to be fed in. Still pretty far back, just pushing up the wave. Time trap onto Tyrael. Does have an armor debuff on that one. Eldrune's Might thrown into the death zone. Zeratul setting up for a flank. I don't know if he was seen, though. He's going to be seen by Hazu for a second. And let's see what happens with these sappers here. Riptire from Junkrat trying to blast people around. The Riptire actually gets cleared out. Zeratul jumps in. And they clear out the sappers. None go over the wall. Next objective phase, singular in the bottom of the map. Not game winning for either team with the current setup on bell tower shots. Eldrune's Might for vision over the wall. Root does land onto Diablo, activates a Fire Stomp. Full souls for Diablo, by the way. Any and all questing talents are done. Tahaka has 1 stack on Feeding Frenzy, so he's got a 1-second cooldown per auto attack. Sapper in bottom lane needs to be cleared away. Defense-wise, having this bottom lane keep is very favorable to Team Hazu since it's more difficult for the enemy to rotate into the bottom lane objective. They will clear out the sappers. They could, in theory, give this objective. Temporal loop onto Tyrael. He'll go ahead and activate that level 20. And they'll give it. All right, it is a 5-2 game. Boss up in 1:51. Oh, it's tense. This is a very tense map. Alright, so still 1.5 minutes on boss. Maybe they're setting up for a bush party in the rotation to this top lane, like, to defend this, but I think the enemy team's going to take a super duper ultra safe rotation and nothing to be achieved, so Zeratul is going to start heading down to bottom lane, and they're going to try and regain control of their bell tower. Team Hazu, they gotta channel the objective faster or grab boss in 1 minute. But I believe the objective and the boss will be overlapping. They should be both up and available at nearly the same time.
Now this is pod racing.
In the mid lane, a small engagement will unfold. Bunker summoned by Blaze. Temporal loop onto somebody. Swamp Grotto will be taken down. Team Sven finding that kill. Now, what is the death timer in conjunction to the objective timer looking like? Ooh, a little rough right there. Does the Hawk have brush stock available? He will when he respawns, but he's going to be respawning like... Uh-oh, wait. Concussion Might onto Diablo. He does have souls to buy back in. The Judgment from Tyrael onto Lucio. Sorry, gosh. Angel of Justice activation. Looking for Diablo. Hits nothing.
Take the altars and put it.
Zeratul's gonna go to the right side. Goes for the channel. It is gonna be a 2-2 game, everybody. It's 2-2. Big jet propulsion from Blaze. There's gonna be a Lucio pushing off and going in. Scatters coming out from Hanzo as Tyrael does go down. Dragon's Arrow will connect onto Diablo. Natural agility over the wall. Zeratul jumps in. Banana with the channel. I believe he's going to get this, and Banana will take us into a map number 3. GG, well played, everybody. This series continues.
Cursed Hollow.
All right, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you for your patience in between the games. We are ready to rock and roll on map number 3 of our second best of 3 of the day. We got Team Hazu on the left and Team Sven on the right. Team Sven looking for the not-so-flashy reverse sweep in this best 3 series. It is the round-robin phase, so every map matters. Getting a 2-0. I don't think there's domination rules. I don't think you get, like, extra points for 2-0ing a team, but still, just having a better map record is really important. So giving over even one map might knock you into 5th later on when it comes to the overall map scores and stuff like that, because the top 4 teams of the 6 will be going into the playoffs in a couple weeks. But until then, we're gonna get this round robin phase, and we'll go ahead and start out your Twitch prediction for this map number 3, Cursed Hollow. We're gonna see a Maiev target banned. We'll see a Sergeant Hammer removed as well. Will there be any priority onto like a HasuObs Falstead so we can just constantly macro and split push? There's no meta madness or carryover bans or anything like that, so unfortunately we can see Blaze Hanzo Genji. Anyways, though, this is going to be your Maiev, Chromie, Sergeant Hammer, and what will be removed? Lucio, possibly? No, they played a really good Lucio last game. They probably want it. And get rid of the ETC. A lot of really good mobility with ETC. You have Crowd Surfer at level 4, so you can actually kind of surprise people and jump into objective pits, or even disengage with them. A Nubrak is really good for this map. Medivh is available. Typically, Team Sven have been banning out Medivh. I don't know if you want to first pick it, but maybe we see a Medivh comp being built up by one of these two sides. Lucio in the house for Team Hazu as the first 2 picks on the right side. Maybe Team Sven, we're going to take a gamble. We're going to go ahead and not ban the Medivh and try and snipe it early in the draft for ourselves. Possibility. Medivh is really good for this map, vision-wise. This could be a setup for a Stitches comp, but with Lucio and high 5, it's a relatively low cooldown of that high 5 per target. I think it's like 20 seconds. So maybe not. Yeah, maybe you don't want to go into like a Hook Gorge composition. Diablo Brightwing will be grabbed. Good initiation. Good pressure from the Diablo. Brightwing to follow up with a polymorph as well. Lucy! Oh. With the Lucio, though, maybe a Garrosh. Honestly, a Garrosh snap would not be bad. You have the movement speed to let him run at the enemy team and Dominable as well. And then you can pick up a mage with that, like Chromie. Instead, they're going to go for Dahaka Muradin. So they get the global of Dahaka. They've got your Muradin's sustainability, good Storm Bolts to throw into the face of Diablo. No priority onto Garrosh as we get into the mid-ban phase. They do need, they need damage. Like, a Falstead is not a bad ban. I think it's really safe. You get rid of the Hazu Falstead value. It could be Medivh ban as well, just to get rid of him. Oh, they'll get rid of Abathur. No Abathur to pop up here. As I also realize there are people who have already put predictions on the gamble. I love it. I love it. So Abathur was banned away by Team Sven. Vikings are actually still up for either side, and I believe both teams have a Vikings player. So what's the priority? All tanks and healers picks is funny. It is pretty much all tanks and healers, yeah. So now it's just that kind of like, all right, what's the flavor we want with these compositions? I'm assuming Team Sven are going to go a dive comp with the Diablo. Greymane's not bad whatsoever. Hanzo's really good. Genji can be a pickup as well. Brightwing was the healer, so maybe... I mean, it's not like you don't have to go Anduin, you don't have to go Light Bomb, it's just a nice combination. Sylvanas will be picked up with the Hogger, Brightwing, Diablo. They can flex that last pick into either another Bruiser, into a Global, or a second Global, or they can just pick up whatever they feel like. A Mage with some Burst wouldn't be too bad, like Kael'thas or Li Ming. For the left side of Team Hazu. They still need something to follow up the Murden. Chromie's... Oh, no. Chromie's banned away.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
They will get the Hanzo. fantastic for this map. They'll pick up a Malthael with that Dahaka, so it's a hyper carry Hanzo. But I mean, like, Malthael, Dahaka, Murden, they have decent damage. Malthael, more so. Last pick, right side. I think the Falstead works out really good for them. Gust is good. Yeah, I'd love the fall. Oh! Zeratul to try and take down the Hanzo Lucio. What's up, Mitch? Good to see you, bud. How's your Battlefield day treating you? I'm assuming the game's out, right? I don't follow Battlefield, but I know you're excited. Hopefully it's good. Anyway, Switch Gamble's going. Make a prediction. Map 3 of our 2nd to 4 best of 3s. Got a lot of games still on the horizon. Hi, Bandit. Your ears perked up with the word horizon. Oh, it's this week. Got you. Right side of the map is Team Sven. Azerite on the Zeratul. Uki on your Diablo. Banana Brightwing. Sven on the Hoggers. Suspros will be on your Sylvanas. And Azerite will be the Zeratul. Left side of the map will be Team HasuObs with a Hanzo. Gaflo on the Malthael. Johanna Yaya is your Muradin. Svampgrada on that Dahaka. And last but not least, you've got your Lucio, played by Hunter Orc. Wait, that's not right.
Well,
that is right.
What are you waiting for?
Starts at 8 a.m. Sounds like you need to take a day off of work. Lucio checks the bush with a sound wave. Zeratul was there, but not hit by the sound wave, and he thinks about attacking the Lucio. I think they're going to try and slow down the rotation to top lane. Dahaka Hanzo up here to defend. Black Arrow from Sylvanas will expire. She gets the Haunting Wave to back away. Tower won't be taken down, but there is still going to be some siege achieved. As Gaff is getting a quick wave in bottom. Zeratul will rotate down there. Diablo over here in the top lane rotation. Lucky getting low. Muradin misses the Stormbolt, and Hogger bounces to the left side. Might need to reposition. Simple Geometry Hanzo, Accelerando Lucio. You got Death's Reach from Malthael, Muradin Dwarf Block, and Enhanced Agility Dahaka. Hogger with the On the Prowl level 1. You've got your Greater Polymorph Brightwing, Might of the Banshee Queen for Sylvanas, Soul Shield Diablo, and Zeratul will be going into the Mind Hunter. Or the Shadow Hunter, sorry. Ah, you're on sick leave. A lot of people have been getting sick lately. Hope you all feel better. So 4 is coming up soon for both sides. A first objective will be in the bottom center location. And we'll see Sylvanas just pushing a wave up onto the fort front gate here. Hogger going to help us speed things up a little bit. Dahaka on his way up as well. Should be able to take down just the tower right there. Dahaka fishing for a drag. Misses onto Sylvanas. She gets the Haunting Wave activation. And one tower will be lost as we take a peek into mid lane. Malthael looking to push things up with the help of Muradin Lucio. Hanzo rotating out into top. 6 simple geometry stacks for Hanzo. Muradin is also going to be going into the Thunderburn level 4, so we'll see the healing static later on. And it looks like Hanzo is actually heading over for the Siege Giant camp. Okay. Malthael rotates into bottom to clear things out. That is slightly pushed into them, but no damage onto the structures just yet. Zeratul finding some pressure onto Muradin. The phase shift from Brightwing helping out that Zeratul health bar as he was getting a little bit low. Unable to find a kill. 0-0 kills. Almost level 6 on both sides. As Siege Giants at bottom are cleared out. Top lane looks like Hogger and Dahaka were trading some blows. Mid lane. Oh. A little bit of a bush setup right there in the rotation down. Does Muradin have a Stormbolt to land onto Zeratul? Doesn't look like it. Darkstorm activation. Lurker's trying to clear out the wave. Hanzo with the channel. Zeratul jumps in a little too late, and Azerite might get punished. for that aggression. Dahaka brush talks in, overpowered by the Diablo, misses the drag. And I believe it's on full cooldown right there. Oh, hello, cursor. Yeah, it is on cooldown. So, with the kill and a little extra experience from, I'm assuming, mercenaries. Actually, no, camps are pretty equal across the maps. Probably just the kill. We do have 7 talent tiers slightly faster on the left side. Diablo is going to be going into Sacrificial Soul level 4 with the Diabolical Momentum 7. You do have your Unstable Poison for Sylvanas at level 4. Festering Wound 7. You've got your Magic Spit Brightwing and Critical Mist. Simple Geometry for Hanzo all the way through talents. And 10s are coming up at the top of the screen soon. Dahaka with the Feeding Frenzy. We'll see what value he can achieve with that. More drag duration, but also cooldown. 1.5 second per auto attack. Brightwing heads over to the right. Hanzo and Muradin in the bush. Sonic Arrow scouts out. Scatter. Landing onto Azerite. Gets a bit of damage. Lucio gets a little hit onto Diablo. Another scatter going out. Malthael hearthing out of top lane. Looks like he was pressured a little bit by the Hogger and the Brightwing. Dahaka at bottom. Should have Brush Talk available, and he does. Lucio with a delay. Hanzo as well. Good angles from HasuObs. And looks like Azerite gets the channel after a few pokes here and there. But meanwhile, Dahaka in bottom lane was pushing up a wave onto the fort. Gets the entire fort front gate. Nice siege, and that is going to pull the experience up a little bit more for Team Hasu. Swamp Grotto backs away to the bush. Diablo was rotating down, but I do see some pressure onto Azerite over here, who may get taken down. The face shift from Brightwing will not come through in time, and a thunderclap from Muradin says, "Good night, Zeratul." Hogger bounce on the right side, working on Siege Giant Camp. We'll be able to clear this out quite quickly. Boss has started out on the left by Team Hasu as Diablo, and the rest are going to start heading towards top. Traded bosses, I assume. But this boss is done. The enemy team hasn't even started theirs. Malthael's working on a camp on the left side. I don't think there's going to be an invade. And there's not even a boss being started over there. That's a little unfortunate. Things are starting to slip away from Team Sven. So Hunter gets the channel. Dahaka meandering his way. Gonna get shadow charged by Diablo. Still kind of believing that the enemy's on the boss because Diablo's deep anchoring, but nope. It's all good. Meanwhile, Dahaka switches his trajectory into top lane. Brightwing blinks to a minion. Stormbolt misses. Gets the second blink to the Sylvanas. Dragon's Arrow, High Five, Last Rites, Avatar in Isolation, Shockwave, Blink Heal, Wailing Arrow, Apocalypse, and Might of the Nerazim. Boss and bottom lane confirms the fort.
Has destroyed a fort.
And we're going to get our next tribute, right side of the map. Once that gets announced, maybe we'll jump into some Hasu comms. See what they're getting up to. Gonna pressure onto Ucky here. The face shift from Brightwing is going to be coming through. No, it's not actually. It gets canceled out by the Dahaka, so he landed a drag or something onto her. Last Rites takes down the big bad Diablo, and Swamp Grotto, as I said, landed a really good drag. Let's go ahead and jump into the Hasu comms and hear what they got to say.
Want me here or catch waves? I mean, we have to do it fast, right?
I'll just do it together quickly.
Finish it
You
first.
can start walking towards mid now. You can start walking now.
Wait, is Brightwing killable with Lucio? Coming.
We should curse them, no?
Yeah,
But we try once, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we try.
I'll pressure the cap.
Maybe a few arrows?
Yeah, you
should
grab,
have
I will...
Alright.
Wait, look here, look here.
Go me.
Go.
He's spinning.
Go, keep chasing, keep chasing.
Yeah. He's low.
Serra and Sylvie.
Don't chase, don't chase, don't
Hot
chase.
side.
Okay, we're fine.
Lucius really low.
I'm up.
Relax a bit, relax a bit.
Okay, can't reach. He double
He's also low mana, the Malthael, so we just chill. We
Yeah,
both.
I do have
We can get 13, by the way, if we want an edge.
We
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah,
mana.
So let me.
relax.
I have
Top is
infinite
very
stoning.
No
nice.
shockwave, no offer.
Again.
No shockwave, no offer. Focus.
I have infinite stoning. Uh-oh.
Fine.
Okay, that's silence.
I arrow this.
Okay.
I'm
Lucius on now.
Hold on.
We should not be going in.
Oh,
Wait, Rachel?
Yeah, I was trying to peel for Lucius.
I mean,
I mean, they didn't defend the boss though. We got some earlier.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point, is if they're not defending them, we
I
don't care.
saw
If they
once.
go back. I have nothing
Okay.
to do.
Okay, the Sauron set or not so I mean.
Running.
Hanzo. Okay.
The,
That's fine. That's
they're gonna take top with Zero.
Well. Team Hazu bit off a bit more than they can chew. They tried to go for the Brightwing, and meanwhile, the voice of reason in the back line, or in the back you heard, is like, should we just curse them? They're like, no, we can just try once on the Brightwing. And then it all went haphazard. They tried to chase onto a Hogger kill, didn't get that. The Apocalypse, the Shockwave, Wailing Arrow, and it is, in the end, Team Hazu losing a couple members of that Zeratul, diving to the backline, Lucio and Hazu going down. 13 talent here pulled in for the enemy. Now, they do get the top lane for it, so there is a consolation prize. 2 out of 3 tributes on both sides, and we'll see who gets this. If Team Sven does get the curse, we'll jump into their comms and hear from them as well. Shadow Charge from the Diablo. Gets full souls. Does also pick up a level 13 stack on the Devastating Charge. He's got that Sacrificial Soul level 4, if you're curious. Shockwave lands on the Hogger. Meanwhile, Swampgrad almost taken down by the Zeratul. Murden Dwarf tosses in. Gaff delayed by 1 Loot Horde of Hogger. Siege Giants pushed up a bit by HasuObs just above. Maltheo throws out another Shroud. Dahaka gonna brush talk in, safe position. Apocalypse activation by the Diablo. Dragon's Arrow from Hanzo. High five from Lucio onto the Murden. The Hogger's getting a little bit low. That's the last rights taking him down. And now Maltheo chasing in further, trying to get some revenge for earlier. Diablo a little bit low. He does have full souls. You can see the soul stone under his model, and Ucky will be taken down by Swamp Grata.
Unacceptable. You shall know my curse.
Now, mid fort is still available. Camp is going to be grabbed here. Johanayaya will push up the top lane wave, or at least grab the experience. Dahaka moves his way into bottom lane. I assume it's fort first, then maybe push up through mid. Minion wave will take down the gate. Bruiser Camp already working on the keep front gate. Maltheo Shroud has a little bit of damage, so it takes out most of the minion wave. Dahaka getting vision just below the allies. Fort will be confirmed here. Team Hazu with a level and a half lead, 16 to just about 16 and a half to just about 15 for the enemy, and boss is up. Could see double boss play potentially. I don't think the members of Team Hazu are going to get much more here. Maybe they could poke at the keep front gates, but getting this boss I think is fine. And they can maybe position for a top lane boss. Timing wouldn't work out. They'd be standing around for like 30 seconds though. And in Heroes of Storm, standing around for 30 seconds is a giga waste of time.
Let the curse end until someone wins my favor once more, that is.
Oh, 16 though will be picked up on the right. Giant Slayer Hanzo, you got the Mortality for Maltheo. Up the frequency Lucio, Imposing Presence for Muradin. Elongated Tongue on Dahaka for 20% range increase. So while boss pushes bottom, maybe they pivot to mid. I'm looking at minimap. I see Muradin going there, but no, it is priority on the bottom lane push. Hogger in the mid lane though. Zeratul trying to back away. The Stormbolt is good. The Dragon's Arrow to follow that up. Is there a drag from Dahaka? It lands into the Hogger. The Fascia from Brightwing, I think, was meant for the Zeratul, but he gets taken down. Maltheo will go down to Sylvanas just below. And the Slam Jam bossing man will be working on this keep. And now, look at that. Second boss will be grabbed for the top lane. Top lane keep front gate a little weak. Next objective will be announced momentarily in the bottom center location. And now here's the question from Team Hazu. We talked about this on Garden of Terror philosophy when it comes to objective phasings. Do you defend every single time, or do you just say, okay, we're ahead, we have the lanes pushed out, we let the enemy get curse, and we just take that pressure off of our shoulders? That's the question, that's the philosophy that I'm always curious about, especially at this level of play. Because nothing is a guarantee. As we saw earlier during this top lane attempt on Hogger and Brightwing, both of those were failures, and they were anticipating to get the curse off of that, and they didn't. They did get the fort, they did get the boss, there's that value. And Team Sven, they'll let the neutral position go over to the enemy, which I think is completely fine. since they have to go deal with this boss. And making the rotation... yeah, making the rotation would be a little late. They might be able to get here. Granted... I was going to say, granted, Team Hazu's getting close to 20, so I think the sooner you take the fight, the better. But no, they're going to turtle up. Okay. The turtling has been chosen from Team Sven. Gafflo with the channel. Malthiel, by the way, last right says 2 stacks, so 10 seconds off the 70-second timer, so at 60 right now. Lucio keeping that wall ride active in the bush on the left side of your screen. Little scatters go through. That's a really good shadow charge overpower, and Dahaka was just ever so slightly too far forward there. Zeratul now tries to jump in. Singularity Spike on Hunter Orc. Big damage, but not enough to take down the Lucio as the Dragon's Arrow is fired back as a disengage tool, but really good pressure from Azerite. That Dahaka got deleted. Can we take a look at this really quickly? Dahaka took 3,340 damage in 0.5 seconds. Dahaka's total health pool is 5,029. Whoa, I broke something. There we go. We're good. Hold on. Okay, I fixed it. So, Contagion, Rewind for Muradin, Buyback, No One Can Stop Death from Malthiel, High Five, Mixing Fire Lucio, and Bullseye Hanzo. While the bottom lane fort is being pushed upon by the enemies, a camp will be stolen away. Team Hazu grabs this bruiser camp for the mid lane. Bottom fort doesn't even go down in the end, as the next tribute will be in bottom right. So we had center, bottom right, next one will be top left. I believe, unless we're on a different cycle. Quick Shadow Dagger goes out. A remnant of the past fades away as we do have camp over here grabbed. Hold on, let me snooze out ads. Why the hell are ads trying to run? Zeratul getting some soak in top lane. Just playing it very safe, doesn't want to get caught out. Muradin Dwarf Toss over the wall. Stormbolt is shy of Azerite, who wiggles high in the lane and is going to be fine. Haunting Wave into the camp. This will push up for level 20. Next tribute will be in the top center location, so I was 50% there, I guess. I got the side of the map right. You got your Shadow Stride for the Zeratul. Reduce the cooldown of Vorpal Blade by 10 seconds. Casting Vorpal Blade grants Zeratul a shield that absorbs 570 damage for 3 seconds. Hellgate, Diablo, Bolt of the Storm for Sylvanas. Different timers on those. 70 for Sylvanas, 100 for Diablo. Invisible Friends, Brightwing, and Anger Management for the Hogger. As a Fire Stomp goes out, scouts out the Dahaka. Camp in mid is thin. Camp in top lane available, but a fight might break out here. Dragon's Arrow onto Sylvanas. She had Will of Forsaken activated as well. We do have a Wailing Arrow from her. Answer back into the enemy. The Hellgate from Diablo utilized in that little corridor, trying to find some CC, but is going to be a lot of abilities burned with no actual capitalization. Zeratul cancels the Hearth. Malthiel checks the bush with the Shroud. Zeratul blinks to the side. And a curse will come through as Muradin does pick that up. Team Sven. Wow. Team Hazu are going to do the quintessential never do this thing. Get curse and start a boss. Well, Team Hazu did it, so it's obviously justifiable now, right? Dino took multi-shot one time on Tomb, so that means it's viable, right? By the time the curse is over, the boss will be arriving at the keep. By the time the curse is over, the boss will be like at the keep. Yeah. It's taken 10 seconds to go from boss pit to here. Oh wait, no, I'm slightly off. It's taken 20 seconds from boss pit to get to keep. About 20 seconds, as it will get 1, 2, 3, 4 slaps on the keep. Curse is ending right now in 5 seconds. Is Team Hazu hard committing to core? It looks like they are. Apocalypse from Diablo is going to be activated. Boss is on core. Shockwave from the Hogger. Dragon's Arrow misses from the Hanzo. Last rights applied to a Sylvanas, and she had way too much HP for that to get any value. Phase shift onto Uki. Diablo low, he gets taken down. Souls will be expended as the core shielding is being dropped. The boss at 50%. High fives from Lucio. Muradin a little bit low here, trying to get trait to kick in. 70% on the core still. Diablo's back in. And it looks like they get the core down to 65%. And they'll bush party. Are they just going to backdoor? Like, the enemy just shows in top or whatever, and they just backdoor through bottom and end? No, they won't. Okay. I didn't think they would, but I was like, maybe, just maybe, they're going to look to invade this camp, and they don't. Boston top is up, by the way. Lost in the top lane as we enter into the 19th minute for this map. Dahaka currently pushing up onto core, and the allies are here to stop the backs. Dahaka's going to try and end with a catapult behind him. You can already see the core shielding chunking. Not sure if Team Sven are aware of this. The Dragon's Arrow's really good. The core is at 50%. The last rights lands onto Zeratul. Savannah's haunting wave over the wall. Dahaka's almost taken down the core. The catapult helping out a ton here. There's going to be another mini wave arriving. And Dahaka's going to pop what little essence he has. He's hard committed to the core. He's going to be taken down. But Hogger gets traded. And I really think that Team Hazu can just run at the core. 11%. They're not going to, obviously. Thinking they can run at it. And actually doing it are two. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Your healing is serviceable.
Stormbolt finds Diablo. Bullseye to follow that up as well. The haunting wave from Sylvanas with the Wailing Arrow going in. The Apocalypse activates, and Hanzo goes down. Dahaka up in 33 seconds. Gaff is low, will be picked off. Zeratul looking to clean things up. We still... By the way, that top lane boss, which was down to like 20% HP, did get leashed. What a game, everybody. What an insane game here. Chat's on the edge of their seats, I think. Riveting. All right. So Dahaka can brush talk bottom and then go core. No, I'm just kidding. This is like 10k shielding or something right now. 11,000 shielding, half that of the base core HP. Which is 22,000. So Boston top lane to be managed. Will confirm the fort. Mid lane wave cleared away, and such a tense late game right now.
Destroyed a fort.
Such an insanely tense late game. So bottom left boss is 45. Curse.
The choice.
Bottom center location could be curse in favor of Team Sven. As I said, if Team Sven gets it, we'll jump in their comms and listen in. Or Dahaka Hanzo try and like backdoor the core. Now Sylvanas is going to be defending. Well, Dahaka probably has brush talk available. He's just going to push up the wave here really quickly. Feeding Frenzy on 1 stack, so a 1 second cooldown per auto. Brightwing just chilling next to the Cursed Tribute. Hanzo, Muradin, Lucio. Are they gonna try and backdoor the core? So Curse goes through. Alright, let's listen to Team Sven. I want to hear what they have to say.
Up now.
Yeah, I
think we flip it on this. The Malthal was here spell checking before he spell checking again. Yeah. He was here.
Hunter
vision use.
The vision on me.
I'm not rich, it's very annoying.
Can we pressure the cutter if they come?
He got a W on me, carry W.
Okay. The car is really explode. The hack.
Yeah. We go home, stop the boss,
Is he on me?
I think we kill the Haka, Give the boss, we can, it doesn't do anything if we get killed top.
We kill him. Nice.
Big.
Maybe we can go.
We can still go. Yeah, I'm coming back.
No Z.
I blinked out.
It resets.
I don't have ult, but it's fine.
Nice curse. Almost got the waves out.
We can enter this if they're
Yeah.
Because
The
cash is up hard.
shits as well still, so...
Okay,
We see them.
Oh.
Okay.
It's good they used arrow as well.
Raging.
The base is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were 4 here, so they cannot backdoor. The hacker can backdoor in 11 though.
Bullseye.
Kinda.
Look at Mura. Mura? Okay.
What?
They used everything.
He will be here. What? I don't have ult for 20 seconds.
Done.
Ah, don't
Pin.
have.
Here. Not value of seconds. I'm attacking.
No, I guess we can't.
We 4v5 on our core. Wait, I'm up for boss. You can hide in base.
Yeah, we do camps. Do this maybe if we can.
All right, so conversation around where they plan on heading next. As you heard them say, I'm up for boss. The Hogger was saying that, and they said hide in base. So they're just gonna chill out in their base until it is time to go for boss, I'm assuming. I missed the core going down to 11. Was it Winions? No, there was a boss fight over here about 5 minutes ago, and Team HasuObs delayed out the boss, and actually they never got it on the enemy side. It was actually more than 5 minutes ago. And Dahaka, meanwhile, pushed up a bottom lane wave onto the core. Almost ended the game. Svamgrada almost literally won the game for Team Hasu.
Shall we see?
Tried to do it again during that boss while we were in comms, and it did not go the way of Team Sven. Or sorry, for Team Hasu. Team Sven did find the bottom lane keep. They have a win condition set up. The next tribute is here. A top right boss is up in 6 seconds. Long Curse Hollow game here. Good to see you, Balls. Hope you're having a great Saturday, bud. Sonic Arrow scouts out Ucky. Hasu going for the channel. Logger cancels his bounce. A good scatter going in. Mid lane camp on the keep. Boss has been tagged by Hogger. We have Diablo going with some Shadow Charge. Does have full soul. Sylvanas looking for a flank angle on that Wailing Arrow. Zeratul jumping in, trying to play front to back. As Dahaka once again pushes bottom lane. Phase shift from Brightwing onto Sylvanas. She's looking to dive in. There's a shockwave from Hogger. The Apocalypse from Diablo. There's going to be a kill onto the Malthael as Dahaka's trying to go for core right now. Malthael buys back in. Instantly respawning. Azurite will have the Hearth out, and the core will be defended by Zeratul. Overpower, a Hellgate from Diablo as well. Dahaka brush-stalking back towards the engagement. Zeratul needs to clear the core, and Hogger does go down. Ucky low will get picked off as well. Tribute picked up. They're going to go for boss. They're going for game safety. No, they're not. What are they going to do? Stormbolt lands onto Brightwing. Muradin Dwarf tossing in, gets hit with a Shadow Charge. Sylvanas. Oh my god, Lucio's so low, almost goes down. Sylvanas with the Haunting Wave takes down the Lucio on the left-hand side of the engagement, but Dahaka lands a Great Dragon. The Brightwing will be the one to go down. HasuObs so very low, clawed to death by this Diablo as he gets hit with an Isolation, and it's just such a massacre. But in the end, it will be Team Hasu finding a quadra kill, and they're going to let Muradin tank tower shots, move in towards core. Sylvanas has to have the most OP YouTube moment ever. Says bro's gonna try and make the biggest YouTube play on the face of the planet. Drag misses. Muradin's on core. Haunting Wave activation. Sylvanas is only tickling these health bars. And in the end, it is gonna be Team Hasu shutting things down in what could have been a reverse sweep. Team Hasu takes victory in a well-battled best of 3. GG, well played. Team Sven! They almost did it. They almost did it. But in the end, Team Sven, they fall. We'll see them later on today in our 4th best of 3 versus Team Dino. But we're going to get ready for Team Disciple versus Team Dino. Let's get more games going. Thanks for being here. Be sure to subscribe to the stream if you have the availability. And I'm going to go get myself a cup of tea. And I hope you're having a great Saturday. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody.